once again, boys and girls. I'm glad you decided to join me tonight on this Alabama adventure. A few days ago, had a young man named Tim sent me something, and that's what I'm going to show you tonight. What he sent, and I want to give you a little bit more detail on it in just a minute. But anyway, he is a musician. He says he does all kind of music, from anything from country to rock and roll. He said that he had been watching our videos for a pretty good little while, and he just felt like that we needed some music in some of the videos sometime, and I believe and I feel the same way. We do need some music sometimes. It sort of breaks things up, makes it a little bit more relaxing, or it really adds to the videos when we do put music in it, and that's what we're going to do in just a few minutes. I'm going to let you hear the song that he sent me, and what I did, I got out and just videoed a little bit of some scenery and that type of stuff, and that's what we're going to put on the video. So anyway, let's try to get things going.
And now, from the tail end of the Appalachian mountain chain in the heart of the South, this is Alabama Adventures.
Okay, now in his video, he said that he knew that I like country music, and I'm pretty sure most of you do, from the way I sound and the way I talk, and what all the things that we show and talk about on here. But I have a pretty wide like of music. I have I'm trying to think of the right word. I like a lot of different type music. I like 1950s rock and roll. Roy Orbison was one of my favorite artists back in the 1950s. Of course, he was a little bit before my time. I was born in '56, but Roy went on into many years later recording stuff. But I do like 1950s rock and roll. I also like 70s and 80s rock and roll. Some of my a couple of my favorite bands back then, well, of course, were Creedence Clearwater Revival. They were big whenever the Vietnam War was going on. They had several songs that kind of referenced the war and everything. Also, we used to, when I had the band, we used to play a lot of Eagles music, and here's one of their album covers. Now, as far as country music, I like pretty much all of the old country music from the 50s or 40s, whenever Hank started, on into, I guess, about the 1980s, whenever they began to come out with the new country music. And I don't care for the new country music at all. But some of my favorite artists back then, and as I said, we had a band back in the late 70s, early 80s, and we played a lot of country music back then, like from Hank and, of course, Johnny Cash. Merle Haggard was one of my favorite. I enjoyed doing his songs. And then Patsy Cline. Now, Patsy Cline is somebody that I really like to hear her music, and I like to hear her sing. There's another song that somebody put out a while back, A Bottle of Wine, and Patsy Cline. And that's a very good song, and that's very easy to do, is sit there all night with a bottle of wine listening to Patsy Cline. Of course, there was Charlie Pride, and we did a lot of Charlie Pride music back when we had the band, because he was keeping the radio and the jukebox pretty hot back then, and his songs were easy to play and they were easy to sing, so we did a lot of his stuff back then. Of course, Waylon Jennings, we did a lot of his stuff. Waylon, I believe, was the first one that sort of got hillbilly rock going. But anyway, really enjoyed his music. Also have some other likes. Back in, I guess, about the 1970s or 80s, disco music came out. And I know a lot of people don't like disco music, but there was a lot of it that I liked, especially music by ABBA. And of course, Donna Summer was big back then, and like some of her music. Okay, now the man that sent this is named Tim. I'm not going to tell you his whole name. He may not want his whole name on here, but anyway, Tim sent us this. He said he enjoyed some of the scenery and that type of stuff, watching on the videos that I put in there. So that's what I did for his video. I just got out and rode around a little bit one afternoon and shot some scenery down here in Alabama, and I hope he likes it on his video. So let me say again that Tim recorded this song several years ago, he said, and that we do have his permission to put it on. It's called Heart and Mind. So here it is, and along with my little video that I shot. Here is Tim's song. Well, all right, there it was. I hope you enjoyed that song. It kind of makes you feel a little bit uplifted and ready to get up and dance. And wish I was still able to do that. I remember many years ago when we had the band and everything, I got to dance a good bit. I didn't get to dance as much as I wanted to because we were playing so everybody else could dance. But it was a lot of fun back then, and I hope you enjoyed that. And we'll be looking for your comments on that song. Let me know what you think about it. And, of course, Tim will too. If you have something like that, send it on to us. We'll be glad to put it on for you. If you have some pictures of some scenery or some encounters or anything that you've had, send them down, and we'll be glad to do a video out of those. Anyway, I guess with all that being said, I'm going to bring this video to a close tonight. And as always, the Alabama Bigfoot Society is run completely out of pocket. If you're in a position where you can, where you would like to make a donation, that would be very much appreciated. All you have to do is to go to our website, alabamabigfootsociety.com, and right there on the front page you'll find a place where you can make that donation. If you like this video, give us a like. If you like what we're doing down here with everything we're doing, I hope you subscribe to the channel. We're going to try to keep some new things coming, like music videos and of course pictures that people get whenever they're out in nature of Bigfoot or ghosts or UFOs or just whatever. Anyway, I guess, good Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise, I'll be looking for you somewhere on down the trail.